Welcome back to the Paint and Pendulum. This is a weekly live stream Dungeons and Dragons live play role-playing game. We bring it to you every Sunday night. We've been at this now for 18 to 20 weeks. So congratulations to the players who have survived. RIP to the players who are gone and passed. Tick, why don't you give us a little introduction of yourself and a recap of last week?
So my name is Tick. I function as party support, as basically time magic is my specialty. What happened to us last week is we left Harboron and adventured back to Esmeralda to meet with the Bullywogs and their leader. We made it into the forest and found some not so cute little glowing eyes that resonated everything that we said. Our buddy Barbash got a spear to the leg. That was pretty sweet. Finally, we made it through a path that the Bullywogs had lit up for us to a clearing where we found a gentleman who has revealed his name to be Loggerman Feller. We got to him with not really knowing what we wanted to say to him, just that we wanted to help. He seemed fairly uninterested in our presence and decided to take a little walk. When he took his little walk, our party had a run-in with some shamblers and a cute little troll friend. And we unfortunately lost our dear friend Mort. That brings us up to now where we are sitting in the forest recovering from the party we had with the shamblers, and Loggerman Feller has decided to rejoin us. And that's where we are now. If I missed anything.
No, that's good. So, Loggerman Feller. Normal, almost too normal, woodsman. Walks back in casually, looks around at all of you recovering and says, "What happened to you? Yikes."
Lagerman, I'd like to inform you of a shambler infestation that you may or may not have in this forest. I'm not sure if you noticed.
Also, there's a rot troll.
Well, there was a rot troll. There was.
Well, interesting. Can't say I'm impressed, but I'm glad to see you alive. I couldn't be more glad to see you alive. Glad you survived.
And what is there not to be impressed with? Our survival?
You have survived.
All right.
Mr. Feller, I believe when you came back, you said there was something you possibly had for us. By all means, please.
Yes. So I see one of your members, and he points to Handuk. You wear the cloak of Matria. You've come here to warn me about an invasion from the north. But you didn't warn me about anything from Matria. Why is that?
What could Matria possibly do to any? We have no standing army. We have no troops, per se.
Yeah. So what makes you think that Matria is so good and Harboron is so bad?
Well, it's just soulless in Harboron. And it seems like no one can ever be happy or even fulfilled. They
Oh,
just want the next thing. They just want the next job, the next whatever it is.
so interesting. Are they happy in Matria?
They're content.
Oh,
But they suffer. They live in a misery, but they're content. They're fed. They live. They live for many years, and the numbers are very high. The
One is
number of-
invading you and one is not, Lagerman.
Well, I don't think, Mr. Feller, that it's necessarily a who's good and who's bad. That's subjective, isn't it? What's good and what's bad is subjective to the overall goal of who's perceiving the intended, good or bad thing. But more so as maybe one is, I think they're equal in their playing ground, actually. I don't think Matria has the forces to do harm to the forest, but they certainly do want the space in the wood. No offense, Mr. Handuk, but we do know that is true. They need the space.
I cannot lie, and I have told the mothers of. I have consulted with the very mothers of Matria as to this matter, and I tell you in my utmost truth and honesty that the mothers of Matria will do nothing to either help nor hinder this problem. My initial offering was that we offer some sort of support to protect this place from the soulless, violent, and greedy Harboronians, but the mothers did not listen at all to my advice. And it breaks my heart to see my dear Olazana now become, in some ways, my enemy.
Handuk, learn the lessons of my people. Sometimes the government is wrong, and you cannot wait until they have entirely destroyed your homeland before you act. Sometimes it's required. I'm sure there are a lot of my people who wish that someone had stood up to Sylvanas.
It is very simple, Olazana. I have taken an oath. You elves probably do not understand these human things and these holy things. But yes, I have taken an oath to the mothers of Matria.
I'm sorry, sir. What is your name?
Handuk.
Handuk. So, Handuk, you say you've spoken to the mothers, and
Yes.
you are a religious man, yes?
Yes.
Have you spoken to your God?
We are not to be speaking just with our gods, Fellerman. Feller, I tell you, that is the way of heresy. Those that wish to skip the clergy, those are them. Yes, they are the ones who will lead you astray.
But aren't you the clergy?
And let death come to all of us.
I'm gonna give you a gift, and he hands you a scroll.
Oh,
now you don't.
I look at it. What does it look like? Does it look like a magic scroll here?
Magic. It's definitely a magic scroll, and he says, "Now listen. You don't have to do anything, but I would suggest you speak with your God and ask him what your mothers really care about." It is a scroll of divination.
All right, I look at it and I nod my head with a very, very, very serious look.
I'm going to ask Lagerman why he seems so unconcerned with the Haberonians gathering an army to come chop down the forest.
Compared to Matria,
Yes, this is a wise question.
what threats do you see that we cannot, and what advantages do you see that we cannot? We are simply offering aid, Logman, if I may.
Well, I think you see a metal axe and you see a big problem. And I see a hungry baby and I see a bigger problem. And perhaps that's where we diverge.
I think it's not that we see one axe, it's that we see thousands.
Mm.
There's nobody here to defend the homeland.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you let me worry about my domain?
Guide us then. What do you suggest? Who is the hungry baby in this metaphor? Not great with the metaphors. I could,
Scroll of divination. Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You
All
may
right.
ask a single question concerning the specific goal, event, or activity. You will get a truthful reply. The reply may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
I am just a mere druid hermit. I feel like this is I feel like this is your domain, Handuk. I give you full authority to handle this.
I must at once leave you all, for I will be a heretic and read the scroll.
This is your guitar solo, Handuk.
All right, shall I read the scroll? It sounds like everybody is waiting for me to read the scroll.
I think that should happen.
Okay. All right.
You may ask a single question.
All right, can we talk? Can we
What?
come up and like talk about the question we're going to ask before we ask it?
You may ask a
this
single
is
question
very personal.
concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within the next 7 days. He suggested you ask about a goal.
He did suggest that you ask your god, Handuk, how the mothers really set to fare on the forest and their goals at hand.
So we're asking about Matria's goals.
Actually, if you knew my god, I am terrified. You don't understand. What would happen tonight? I'd be blasted to pieces, perhaps.
Handuk, I think this is bigger than your possible self being blasted to pieces.
Even if you are blasted to pieces, you get that you do get to speak to a god. I think this is, could be worth it.
Okay. Therefore, I shall hold my hand and wish me a goodbye. And to life, to you, Olazana, I'm glad I saved your life from under the waters from that demon. All right, and I read the scroll and I ask the question. Okay, what do I see? What does my god actually look like? Because I've been worshiping the mothers of Matria. And now what does it look like?
I would love for this to be like a really crazy experience for Handuk.
Yeah, there's no visual, but let's. I like it though. All right, so as you read the scroll, your mind escapes your body. It floats above. You look down upon the party. You look down upon Lagerman Feller in this small clearing. You see the fetid swamp. You see the thousands of eyes surrounding, enraptured in this conversation, waiting, surrounding this space in case they are called. You head above the canopy and can finally, for the first time in days, see the sky. You rise through the sky, and white becomes blue, blue becomes black, and you rise through into endless space, time loses all meaning, you rise into the clouds, the dust clouds of the cosmos, and you encounter a feeling of a presence that is very aware of you, views you as a child, as an infant, and has decided to humor you.
God, are you out there?
Is that your question? You may ask a single question concerning a specific goal.
I said, what is the point of my life?
Handuk.
God damn it.
Handuk. That is not your one question.
Is that your question?
Oh, God, I want it to be.
Okay, he answers. He answers. One word. Suffering.
Suffering.
And at that moment, you're pulled almost in the vacuum of space, back through the nebula, back into the dark void of space, slowly entering the blue and into the white and down through the canopy into the endless green, and you smell the fetid, rotting swamp that is the body that you inhabit.
And as he opens his eyes, an open hand slap from me greets him.
1 point of damage.
I could have told you the point of your life was suffering, Handu. Any of us could have told you that. You didn't need God to tell you that.
That's a hell of a god.
Any one of us could have told you that answer.
Well, if Lagerman didn't think we were off our rocker when we came here with no reason to come here, he certainly does think that now.
Wait.
So?
I realized something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to suffer. I don't want to. The point of my life has been horrible. I've done nothing but suffer and help other people suffer and live longer so they can suffer more.
Oh, jeez.
No. I renounce the Matrian Oath. I renounce it in the name of the God of the Stars. And the God of the Stars is my new God. Because I came through that divination spell and I went into the stars, and now I do not trust the Matrians for some reason, because God is not a Matrian mother. I've been lied to for a long time, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
So we went from
suffer your whole life, just suffering.
Yeah.
That's all they do. Sure, they live for 125 years, but
to be fair, not all sit and suffer. Some leave and go to Broadwalk, or go work the mines in Harboron.
And I tell you this now, those mothers are not my mothers anymore. And as a matter of fact, I am going to heal with my great healing powers anyone who I wish to heal from now on and forevermore.
There was a mother that did resurrect me, though, and she's dead. Rest in peace. But I like her. I like
Rest
her.
in peace.
Yes.
All right, so
it pleases me to hear that you're no longer beholden to a foolish government and have found your purpose.
I reached the true source.
I wish that the people had more people such as yourself during the time of Sylvanas.
Says the guy that's beholden to a foolish government.
And then it is what it is.
So that's
I'm so glad none of you have actually taken the Matrian Oath.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a pretty big change for you, Handuk. You know, if you ever need someone to talk to about this, I just want to know that Olazana probably will listen. Yeah.
I mean, just look around you. Look at this beautiful forest. Why would we ever tear this apart? It would be such a waste. I knew in my heart it was wrong. I knew it was wrong to do. But I had to support the millions of suffering fools that live in Matria.
All right.
Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
If only we knew what the goal of Matria was, though. You know, if only we knew that answer.
Matria is hungry and consumes. It's a vast, sprawling metropolis that is disgustingly unnatural.
So, how do we, I'm glad that we all agree now that saving the forest is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
How do we think we should do that?
Well, from my understanding, Mr. Lagerman Feller here doesn't necessarily see this as a threat in the moment. Maybe there's something else we could do.
Why don't you go investigate the mothers a little bit more?
All right, I think, Handu, can you pretend to have not given up to Matria? You know, could you be undercover, so to speak?
Wow.
We don't need to do that, right? Like, Matria is incapable of taking this forest.
Right, but to extract information, I mean, just to extract information, because they're unlikely to tell him anything if he is, ranting on about his god of sun and stars.
I mean, it's his first day not being beholden to them. Maybe give him a break.
Let me ask you another question, says Lagerman. How did you find out about me?
We heard about a conference that was destroyed.
Oh, that was you?
How
did that?
No.
We heard.
How did you find out about me?
I think it might have been an accident.
The bullywugs took us to you.
You came here. How did you find out about me?
I wanted to help the bullywags. That's who I wanted to help. You were just, you seem nice, but they're really our main concern.
Yeah, Barabash is the only one that had ever heard about you before, technically.
I'm glad we met you, though. Other than, Mordstead, there's been, some problems since we met you, but you've been an okay guy.
Yeah, that's not right.
Which part?
You didn't stumble here.
We came here intentionally to meet with the leader of the Bullywugs.
How did you find out about me?
The Yantai Cave, guys. The Yantai Cave.
They mentioned Lager Fellerman? I don't remember them mentioning him at all.
No, the Bullywug Master. That's how you guys, that's why we came. The Bullywug Master was overconfident. I sent you all my notes from that night.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, you are right.
Well, I guess we didn't know it was him, though, at the time.
I was still assuming the bullywug commander was a bullywug.
So, what else did you learn from that?
That the Bullywugs are simple?
No.
It was compared, weren't they, I might be mixing up them with the gnomes.
They love to use colorful speech in their vernacular and to try to include very aristocratic sounding words.
Well, if I remember correctly, didn't Barbash explain to us that there were some representatives of Lagerman Feller at a council meeting before, even though he wasn't able to make it? So we kind of knew what was there. And then we came here looking for the person, in charge of the Bullywogs or the forest to.
You still have this note. So I'm going to send it to one of you and you're going to read it because you still have this note in your party. Who wants it?
I feel like it's
I'm just going to go down my history. We met the Bullywags. I gave them the spear. They let us pass, right? No mention of Lagerman there
have
yet.
the note.
All right, so we have.
Who has the note?
As a party, you have the note.
Yeah, I found the note.
Yeah. You gonna read it, Olazana?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have missed this.
Everybody missed it except for me, Albert Fish, who's dead. But he told
one of us.
He told
No.
all of you.
But somehow Tick knows it and we don't know it. What's up with that?
I think the guy we saved Olazana from brainwashed me. Can't remember anything.
The message he's probably talking about is pinned in Discord.
No, I'm reading it.
Someone read it.
Vanka, you are here. I am checking on your defense of the road. What happened here? We did as you asked. Commanded, and don't use my name. We are not friends. So that's Vanka. Or commanded, yes, mistress. Better. And 5 came down the path, 2 dead and 3 captured. And they killed 2 of our number. I see. So you are up 1. Good for you. We will be after the ritual, yes. But for now, we are weakened. Well, I need the road defensed for 3 more days is all. Miss Lake is unavailable to visitors currently. I understand, mistress. After that, you may go back to your task. Speaking of which, did you deliver the news?
Waterman, what did the Yuan Ti tell you?
Do you think he knows this means war is coming? Yes, mistress. I had 2 children linger and listen. He seems confident, overconfident in their defenses. It's hard to say. The terrain itself, perhaps, the outer ring of the forest is thick and dense, and then there are the bullywugs. Sniveling creatures hardly an army. Indeed, easily handled, delighted with learning any word with multiple syllables, and swayed by the smallest bauble. Well, we found out the hard way that they'll just throw a spear at you.
I'm sorry. Didn't I just say they like big words?
You did. You did say that. Almost done, though. It does seem overconfident. There must be more we don't know. Finish your ritual, defend the road, and get back to scouting their plans. Yes, Vanka. Sorry. Yes, mistress. By the way, how much of this does the lady in Harboron know? We were preparing correspondence when this lot came down the road. We will send news as soon as possible. So, yeah, let's go with the question that Olazana just asked. What news was brought to you?
I'm sorry, what?
What did the Yuan Ti come to tell you?
They hide from me. They want nothing to do with me other than to spy on me.
Mm-hmm. They seem to underestimate you, I believe. That's a plus.
They're spying for Harboron, guys. Come on.
Right, but they say they came to talk to you. Or at least they told their leader.
Yeah, but they lingered and listened. They lingered and listened. That's what it says. Which is, that might not. They might not have had an actual conversation.
Are we
They're
sure
supposed to deliver the news.
Harboron, and are we sure they're spying for Harboron, though?
We don't know who this Venka person is, but
Correct.
They told their commander that they delivered news to you. Do you remember what that news was?
I've been warned. I hear things many times. I trust.
Sorry.
I trust them. Not at all. Anything that they would ever tell me, is never to my advantage. Let's say that.
I just want to point out, based on this conversation, right? You go from Vanka saying it does seem overconfident, talking about the forest defenses. There must be more we don't know, which is, definitely true. Finish your ritual, defend the road, and get back to scouting their plans. The person responds, yes. And then Venka asks, by the way, how much of this does the lady in Harboran know? But it's hard to kind of say whether they want the lady in Harboran to know or if they don't want her to know. So I think the question of if they're spying for Maitreya is a valid question, right?
Handuk didn't recognize the name Venka.
Right, but Vanka wouldn't be that Vanka would be somebody employed by Maitreya.
Correct.
So Handuk might not recognize that name. You know what I mean? Probably wouldn't.
And clearly Handuk has been duped from the Mothers of Maitreya for so long as well anyway.
Yeah, he's not, in the know.
Know the name of Vanka.
Remember, guys, the Yanti spoke to each other in their own language. This was all in common.
Right. So one of them, Vanka is Yanti, correct?
We don't know. We don't think so.
We don't think so. Okay.
Because again, it's not written in Yuan-Ti. It's written in common.
No, that's what we overheard.
Well, I was going to ask either W could be.
W is Cobra Commander.
Yeah, W is just the Yuan-Ti.
Oh, okay. I get you. And remember when we did go to the gnomes' kind of fortress, their Alamo, there was like a vision. I forget what happened exactly, but there was a type of vision where there was a woman, like a whoever this mistress maybe is, kind of commanding them. So
that was the rib splitter, who we know is a person now.
Okay, that's who that was. Different people. Okay.
Hold on. Don't be so sure. Very bad. Go. Continue with your line of thinking.
But yeah, basically what I was saying is that this person, the mistress is obviously playing multiple pieces here, right? Between the Yuan-Ti, right? They're in contact with them, the people that were invading the gnomes in Mist Lake. So it would be unsurprising if, they were also they're in correspondence with Harboran. I don't think it would be unsurprising if they were in correspondence or had more to do with Maitreya. It's just, is that the next move, going there and kind of pulling that thread?
I actually...
Barabash, I'm willing to follow you wherever you go, my friend. I mean, me and you are the only people left from so many days ago when we were escorting the alderman.
I agree, Handuk, and with so many friends lost, I think the least we can do is find answers.
Yes. I'm a free man now, Barabash. The stars hold the answer, I tell you.
Indeed. Well, maybe one day I'll take that star oath if you come up with one.
So
can I I would just kind of ask, Lagerman, we kind of seem to perceive you as, I guess, for lack of a better word, a force of good compared to, we want to protect the forest. We feel as if you're a victim in this scenario. You seem to already have information about Maitreya. Is us going to Maitreya beneficial for you? We kind of want to help you out. Is this could this be beneficial for you if we come back with any type? Is there anything you want? Anything particular?
Well, first off, thank you for. I've never been called a victim before, so. That's a new one. Thank you for that. I think that I like the group of you. And all I can do is perhaps give you things to think about. And I think you work off of assumptions a lot, and I'm trying to give you new ways to think about things. Now, what you do, what you decide, what actions you take is entirely up to you. I do not view myself as a victim, neither in the past, nor do I plan to be a victim in the future.
Alrighty. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll continue to pull on the Matria thread, and maybe we can tie it back to Harboron and Venka, and come back to you with a fuller picture painted.
Come back. Don't come back.
And I would say there was a weapon mentioned
I wish you luck.
by the genie in his correspondence.
Mr. Lagerman Feller, before we take our leave, I can tell you don't seem to necessarily need us here, but maybe there's some means of quick communication we can establish between us and you should you decide that you need something from us in the future, and we'll just stay away until you call. Maybe a sending stone or something.
I do appreciate that. Yes. Come here. And he whispers something in your ear that is, you don't understand it, but something inside of you says, you'll recognize it if you hear it again.
Okay. And she will do a slight bow and thank him and say to the rest, I think our time here is done.
Indeed.
It's been real.
Thank you, Lagerman.
I just cannot tell you how glad I am to see that you've
freed my soul.
You've survived. You're still here. Look at you. Healthy, vibrant, in the pink. I do wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. Logman, to your beautiful ballywigs. I'll see you all again very soon. Don't miss me too much.
Just follow the guide, follow the gap, stay within the gap, and you'll find your way out.
Affirmative.
And you see the thousands of eyes surrounding. You see a small gap in between where you can lead your way out. Within 200 feet, you look back, and it is impossible to tell where you just had been. It is indistinguishable, cold rainforest. Which direction are you going?
So we'll go towards, the fast track to Main Street, I suppose.
So
Could we get a map? Could we get a map check if you don't mind, Jason?
We know that there's an item, the chronotomatron, that somebody wants because the junior was talking about it.
Oh, okay.
We know that at the College of Escor, in theory at least, there is a book that says where a bunch of epic artifacts are found.
We do also have the journal entry.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what tells us that the book is at Escort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could any of those artifacts? Do you think any of those artifacts are like, weapons that could really help us in this quest? Do we know like any further, or is it just kind of?
We don't know what's in the book of Epic.
Oh, okay.
We didn't do so well the first time, and we haven't raised levels. So might I suggest that that's not really a good idea right now?
Something to keep in our back pocket, perhaps?
Even though I'm not there yet?
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, you are there. You had found your way through the forest, shepherded through the gap, just like these folks are. You've listened to this entire conversation. You've been sitting there, and you've been a bit of a wanderer, but you found yourself oddly, almost as if the bullywugs gave you no other choice, to that same clearing, and you've witnessed all of this.
Well, we have learned more things since we were at the college. We learned that it apparently belongs to somebody named Maingard.
I have a question. Is Escort where that
Peanut
all right.
But we know that Maingard is the one that's building the castle now, so we do know more information than we knew then.
But you got to think, even when you snuck in last time, Olazana, there was like an unseen force that was kind of outing you, right? Like an unseen, invisible kind of force that was giving away your position. I mean, I don't know if we know enough, and I think he's right about, maybe when we're a little bit more prepared or a little bit stronger, that might make more sense.
Well, if we prepare knowing that we're going in to try to find this book, that's different than when we prepare not really knowing what we're going to be able to find in there.
Olazana.
Find out why they're jerks.
Olazana, do a insight check.
Okay. 9.
Okay, continue.
So we know that, like on the note, they say they're talking about trying to find these artifacts using this book. They're building the castle to try to get people to go there who are, artists and things. Right? Like they want people to come there. We got Maingard. We know that the person that loves Maingard apparently is a woman, because they were able to get to pass in a wench maid outfit. And so
I'm all for that eventually, but I think just based off the last conversation we had and proximity, I think Matria is the right stop. Especially, and to further my question from before, like how much accessibility do you have, Handuk, to Matria? And
I have almost complete. I mean, as soon as they see my rose, man, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Now, if you want to, at the end of everything, when we have the information, if you want to, denounce them and go Star God on them, you have my full support. But I wonder if maybe we save that until we actually get what we need.
I'm not unintelligent.
Yeah, listen, none of you are, but we've, things have happened over the course of this journey.
You haven't met me yet.
They need not know I know of the Star God.
They don't.
I think that Matri is a good lead, right? But it's also a full assumption that they.
Well, that's what we would have to talk about. How do we?
We have no idea who Venka is, or that they have anything to do with Matria, right?
Right, but there's also there might be a way to just kind of stumble upon. If it might, if we go there,
I'm sorry, I just met you guys, but don't you want to know what makes a pacifist tick?
Sure. Yeah.
I would like to know that. That would be great wisdom.
It couldn't hurt to know that.
Who would
Wouldn't hurt to
want?
know that?
Who would want to be a
Who?
pacifist?
I wouldn't want. I would actually like to be a pacifist.
I think you are a pacifist.
Yes. Are you asking a question?
Yes, I am. Out loud.
Yes, I would like to be a pacifist.
Why?
Well, I don't want to hurt anything.
So let's ask this question then. Why would if that's the primary thinking of Matria, right? What possible benefits do they have from war? Maybe is it like, are they selling off like healing services and the best way, to make a buck on that if there's a war?
Exactly, Barabash. That is why I can't understand how Matria could possibly profit from this.
Handuk, make a insight.
Insight? All right, let me roll. Insight +7. Oh. Even the fake roller, it tricks you. It was on a 19 and went to 3. All right, 10. 10 insight.
All right, continue.
Our insightful characters rolling a 4 and a 3 is probably not great.
I'll tell you what I think. I think
Yes, Don, you need to talk more.
they're just building up a big pool of suffering, creating more pacifists to suffer. Alvis teaches, when you get slapped in the face, turn your chin down. Alvis also teaches, vengeance is yours, saith Alvis.
All right.
Oh.
My guy Alvis.
Bearbash, make an insight check.
$11.
Okay, continue.
But let's continue down. I agree that they might be trying to manufacture a pool of suffering. But is that just like, are they bored? Is there monetary? Are they going to make money from this?
No, it's nothing. It's just the human will. The human will to live. Barabash, you're not a human. You don't understand what it's like.
I am a half human. There's a part
You
somewhere
may
in me.
live for 300 or 400 years. But most humans in the rest of the world, except for Matria, only live to perhaps 40 or 50 years. And so that's the Matrian. Oh my goodness. I would never believe it was possible, but we did it somehow. We kept them alive.
So you think the point of the Matrian kind of doctrine is to just keep suffering going? Is that the realization you've maybe come to?
That's how gods get their power.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. That's how the star god. That's what he told me the purpose of my life was. But I lived my entire life in the Matrian way.
Now let's ask this question.
And he told me my entire life.
Caballero, do an insight check.
Passive?
Nope.
Passive or roll?
Roll it.
I got an 11.
Continue.
Let's ask this question. Let's assume that that's true. That the Matrian oath and doctrine is all just a big sick joke to keep suffering going. How could we discover proof of that information, and how could we?
It's not a sick joke. Alvis gets power from vengeance. Bacchus gets power from drunken orgies. Mars gets power through war.
Gentlemen, I understand that gods may not necessarily be the most important topic of conversation in the moment. I'm curious, Olazana, you mentioned a chronometron weapon, and maybe we go to Matria and find some more information. If Barbash is his suspicions are correct and that they're spying for Matria, maybe we could find a little more information on that particular weapon and what they need it for before we head to Escort to get the book to find other things.
I like that.
Matria is huge. We don't even know where to start to look.
We'll just take a stop.
Check.
Yes.
Do an insight check.
Okay. Insight. $14.
You're picking up that not everyone stays in Matria. Many young people leave Matria. Many of them go to Broadwalk. But ultimately, when it's too expensive, they find work in Harboron. Harboron is using those people to build an army to invade Esmeralda. Esmeralda is next to Matria. Matria is overcrowded and overpopulated. Matria would love to have more space and land, would love it if someone would clear the forest, but will not directly attack Esmeralda. They've said very clearly they want nothing to do with the war. And yet, as the majority of the soldiers in Harboron were born in Matria.
So it's very clear Matria and Harperon are on the same side. Absolutely clear to that.
Yeah.
That's definite. That was my whole epiphany moment, is because I can't destroy the forest and be a Matrian at the same time. Like I can't be you guys party member and still destroy the forest.
Jason, do you have the full note that mentioned the chronotomatron? It looks like we did not.
Hold on, I got it somewhere.
On the
There's got to be, if they're doing this right, if that's Matria's goal, then there's got to be correspondence, or that's a conspiracy, and there's going to be evidence of that. So if we could expose that somehow, does it benefit us at all? Is it worth is it worth going down that path? Like, how can we use this information beneficially for us?
So the note that mentioned the weapon mentions a great library.
Right, which is Calfax, which is where Jorge is from.
We got that from the
genie.
sea demon, right?
Yeah, the genie.
Yeah.
And we also learned that the Rib Splitter wants to get vengeance on Esmeralda, so she must have something with Loggerman that we don't know about.
Good pickup.
Somebody called the Tinkerer is trying to make a chronotomatron.
Do we think that the Tinkerer and constructing the chronotomatron is that linked to Harboron?
We don't know.
No, we're not sure.
We have.
Well, you know that our friend Jorge is highly interested in this subject because his actual creation was performed at the library.
I think if we do the Calfax thing, we should coordinate with Jorge ahead of time, perhaps, maybe.
It might be to stop anything from happening, because if Rib Splitter burns Esmeralda, the whole world will choke to death, said the correspondence that he had.
Yeah. Say that again.
If Rib Splitter burns Esmeralda, the whole world will choke to death.
Sure, because you're destroying the fire.
That was from the
The jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds bad. That's it definitely sounds bad. And Rib Splitter, we don't know about Rib Splitters. Rib Splitter might be a rogue party that just has the same kind of goal as Harboron and Matrix.
Oh,
Rib
Zara
Splitter is the leader of Harboron.
Yeah.
Rib Splitter is the leader. Is that the lady?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's her last name.
Oh, okay.
She fought in the pit against the bear and just totally destroyed the bear.
yeah, that's Zara Rib Splitter.
So
Oh,
people
okay.
throw the weapons in to show their love for her.
And Venka is sort
In
of
correspondence.
working with them.
Might
So
be.
Venka is working with them because the UNT are sending correspondence to the lady in Harboron, which
I think
making the
Venka-
assumption,
I think
but it's
Venka
sort of
is-
like the Rib Splitter.
But Vanka might have been leading the UNT and might have been leading the
Olazana.
mercenaries attacking the gnome. The gnome.
Olazana, do an insight check.
Uh, 17.
The UNT are a spy network. Simple as that.
I knew that.
They
That's what I was about
feed,
to
they
say.
feed information. They trade information. They gather it. It is you've destroyed one outpost, one base of them, but it's a spy network.
Okay, but so we've destroyed this base before they could tell Zada Rib Splitter whatever they wanted to tell her because they never got this message out.
No,
Right.
you overheard. You
First
specifically.
group, right?
You were captured there, and you specifically
okay.
overheard that conversation between her and the Whisper.
Yeah.
So
Now do another insight check, Olazana.
$14.
You remember the voice inside of the cave, and now you're thinking back to the voice you heard inside of Escort College that knew you were in there before you ran, and it's the same voice.
Is that W? Speaking to
W?
Vanka? Like the person speaking to Vanka? Is that who
The
you mean?
Whisperer.
Yeah, that's the Whisper. That's Cobra Commander.
And so the same voice that I heard talking to me was Venka?
Oh, shit. That means Cobra Commander isn't that, right? Or that he has some
No.
sort of otherworldly ability?
No.
No.
Two different events.
All right, so
what was
just
the
so I...
voice that I heard? Sorry, that
You heard Venka's voice both talking to the Whisperer and inside of Escort when you were in there sneaking around.
do we have that
okay.
journal still?
we do.
Does that journal have the word Venka anywhere in it?
It doesn't.
Vanka, does that mean...
Well, we have just the one entry, right? So let's read the other entries and see if it mentions anything else.
Bearbash, do an insight check.
9.
Continue.
Olazana, in your, you seem experienced in your travels. Have you ever encountered a being that's able to communicate with you telepathically, like a humanoid person that isn't?
Of course, I've met Henduk.
He can telepathically communicate with you?
He's telepathically communicated with the mothers of Matria.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
All right, what's up, Huli? Or what's up, Tick?
I was actually curious a little bit more on Escort as we sit here and talk about some of these places. I know you had went there before, but the journal mentions like a book, right? So there's a reason that they're taking the book to Escort.
They found the book in Escort.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found the book amongst the
No, you
possessions.
didn't find the book. You did not find a book. You found a journal in the carriage.
Yes. It was written from a female point of view.
Hmm. that mentions a book that they
They found it at score. Yep.
So
Do an insight check, Handuk.
All right. Insight +7. Oh yeah, 22.
Okay. Let's just retrace our steps and think through this. You encountered on the road from Mist Lake to Harboron, you encountered a carriage under attack. You were able to fight off the evil gnomes. There was a
No, gnolls, not evil gnomes.
not gnomes. Sorry,
We were
gnolls.
soon to meet the evil gnome.
No,
We were soon
gnolls.
to meet him, though.
Knowles. And you continued with that carriage until you came across a place under construction. At that place that was under construction, you talked to a gnome. When you finished your discussion with the gnome, you looked inside of the carriage and there was no one there. What you found were many different sets of clothes, essentially a disguise kit, and a journal.
Did we ever read the journal?
Later that night, you snuck into the mansion, and Olazana heard a voice that he recalls now is the same voice as he heard inside of the pit of Yuan-Ti.
I was never inside the pit of Yuan-Ti. That was Karnath.
No, that was Olazana. That's exactly where you were.
Yeah, we saved you.
You were an elf that was captured. The rest of your party was put through the ritual. You were rescued.
Yeah, I was at the Marid though.
But he was at the Marid.
Yeah,
He wasn't at the.
I was in the Marid's pit.
Okay,
Yep.
let's continue on.
That's important, though.
These are the things that you know.
So did Venka talk to the Marid? That's why I heard her voice before.
No, you heard the voice in the Yuan-Ti pit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That is the correspondence. That discussion between Venka and the Whisperer is what you heard.
I almost wonder if Venka is the writer of the journal entry that we found the journal for.
I mean, it makes sense. It's almost like the only character that doesn't have a
Well, if I'm recalling
label.
events correctly, the conversation they spoke about defenses on the road. And like the person in the journal doesn't mention who they are and has like the ability to quickly change, right? So if the Yuan-Ti is like a spy network, that means that they're probably versed in, disguise kits and things like that.
Bear Bash.
Yeah, I want to
Do an
point
insight
something
check.
out.
Do an
All right,
insight check.
before I do the insight check, I just give me a chance because I want to put a couple pieces together. We come out of a forest and we see a wagon. The wagon is being attacked. That's where we find Mort and Sam. Rest in peace to both of them. Mort and Sam are hired by a guy to take them to Harboron. When we stop at the mansion, he slips out of a door that can only open from the inside. And in his journal, he talks about this mansion. So I think we never like that. I don't know. I missed a couple sessions after that, but did we ever get answers on that guy that hired Mort? Did we ever pull further on that?
Now do an insight check.
We never found out anything about it. He basically disappeared when the
I rolled an 8.
really impolite gnome showed up.
Yeah, he dipped out. Now, if you look at this journal, though, his plan was definitely to sneak into that mansion. without us. I guess we were just a means to get them there.
Okay, Handuke, do an insight check.
Nine.
Okay, continue. Was anyone else at Miss Lake? Anyone else in the party?
I was at Miss Lake.
Me and Handuke were there.
What do you remember about that?
Well, let's walk
the
through it.
waters. The waters crushing everything in sight.
How did that happen?
So the gnomes were besieged, right? We found the mother there. She was helping them. We know that we did catch a glimpse of a woman who I theorize is Vanka, kind of giving orders at some point. Outside, there was the dam, right?
Yes. Which
So
they destroyed strategically.
Let's ask a question about the gnomes. Maybe coming back from the dead.
Now read the. Hold on. Read the correspondence again. The note from the Yuan-Ti whisperer talking to Venka. Read that again. Read it out loud.
Vanka, you are here. I am checking on your defense of the road. What happened there? We did as you asked. Commanded, and don't use my name. Yes, mistress. Better. And 5 came down the path, 2 dead and 3 captured. So that's the fight we had with them before they took us to the cave for the ritual. I see you are up. So you are up 1. Good for you. We will be after the ritual, yes. But for now, we are weakened. Well, I need the road.
I'm sorry. Let me just.
Yeah, go ahead.
That sounds like adversaries, like taunting at each other. Doesn't it?
I think what they're saying is they're up 1. They have a 1-man advantage against us in that battle, but they're weakened from the previous battle still.
No. You got to remember the Yuan-Ti. The way that they grow in number is by taking humanoids and defiling them, creating abominations through ritual.
Okay.
So when they capture people, like the elves, they subject them to a ritual which turns them into Yuan-Ti.
All right. And then further on, it says...
And that's exactly why we had to save them.
All right. Now keep reading.
Yeah, give me one moment. I lost my place. Okay, here we are. Well, I need the road defended for 3 more days is all. Miss Lake is ... unavailable to visitors currently. And that's Vinka saying that, which implies that Vinka has a hand in why Miss Lake is unavailable, right?
Right.
Yeah, she needed something out of Miss Lake. Asperon is helping her. Rib Splitter's helping her.
Was the thing she needed out of Miss Lake?
Did we gain anything from Miss Lake besides my dear darling Olazana?
I think once the gnomes were killed off.
She got the gnomes out of there.
Right, because they wanted them living there kind of impeded access to the trees. And is that am I
Yeah, maybe they were the first line of defense against Esmeralda and the Harboronian conquest.
Well,
I think
Handuke,
guys.
hold on, Handuke, do an insight check.
There we go. Come on, better roll. 12.
All right, I think it's simpler than you're making it. The monks dammed Sokor Pass in order to flush out the gnomes which were defending Esmeralda by the pass. So that, by taking out that side of defense, Esmeralda is now vulnerable from Asperon.
Okay.
So it's multiple city-state nations that are teaming up against Esmeralda.
Yes.
Or at least each have an incentive to see it fall.
Yeah, now I want to call this out too.
There's no evidence. Let me be clear. There's no evidence that they're working together. There is evidence that one person is working multiple angles.
It's time to play 4D chess on these fools.
But let's. I want to just.
The knowledge of the star god, it should be quite easy.
This place Escor seems.
But let me say this about Escor, Alex, or I'm sorry, Olazana. So in the journal, right, this guy snuck out of the wagon away from us, and we never seen him again. I had my eagles search the area for him, couldn't find him, no tracks. You snuck into the building and couldn't find anything. But if we look at the journal, it was in this mansion where we found the Book of Epic Wonders. The book is ancient and a written guide to epic artifacts. Once the home is established, he has promised me that we will spend our days questing for these items of great power. I know I won't fail him and never have and never will. Is there a chance that the book isn't there anymore because this guy that hired Mort already stole it?
Do an insight check, Bearbash.
I mean, the book says that they've been questing for 3 weeks when we find the book.
But why did he sneak out? Unless
Bearbash, do an insight check.
I rolled 10.
Okay. Why do you keep saying he?
Because that's who hired Mort. That's the gentleman.
But you found a disguise kit in the carriage.
It was a transvestite
that hired him.
So you're saying if
Becca was at Escor, right before then we saw her giving orders to the gnomes.
So you think Venka is the person that was in the wagon with us?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm trying to point out is the book there? Did Venka take that book? Like, is it worth going to Escort for the book when this person might have stolen it already?
Or was just worth going there for Venka, right? Like, Venka seems like the one that's sort of masterminding this whole shit.
You think Venka's still there?
She was there when we were.
You dropped her off.
Yeah, like we dropped her off. She's
right.
We were.
But she wants the book. Is the
It almost seems to me like
the book.
Read it again. Read it again.
The book. It's not that she wants it. She found it. They have it. She's there with the book.
All right. Can I speak?
And she's there. She's waiting for Manger to come back so they can go and travel the world.
Right. That's all I'm pointing out. That the book, like the idea to just go to Escort, get this book, and then go artifact hunting is not as simple as it sounds because the main villain has the book, right? That's what I'm trying to point out here.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
All right. It sounds to me like you guys got played over, and you guys need a little revenge. Best way of revenge is getting prepared. So why don't I join you guys? Why don't we go to the library, get this chrononometron that you're talking about, and then let's make our way back to this.
Well, our note indicates we'd have to build the chronotomatron, and none of us know how to build.
The note says that he is building it.
He was researching how to construct a device. We don't know who that is, and Calthax is in the sea. It's a long way from here.
Oh, we got time to build up strength.
Well, we know that Venka is at Escor. We know that Venkor is the one plotting against the fort.
They're not going to move on it until it's finished. That's what they said. So why don't we go get a weapon?
Walk me through that. Now you want to get a weapon to stop the construction of the chronometron.
No.
The
chronotomatron to help stop Venka. But we don't even know what the chronotomatron is. For all we know, it's a watch with a fancy.
It could be a one of them things you sit in and get cold.
The goal probably would be to stop the construction of the chronocometron, right? To stop the construction of it.
Well, it's a weapon. Why would you stop the construction if you don't know what it is?
Because there's a lot of context clues I can kind of maybe use to imply that this is not a weapon that we want to be constructed.
Like what context clues?
Rib Splitter wanting it to choke the world to death or engulf it in fire. There was
mentions Rib Splitter and the chronotomatron.
Well, if Rib Splitter
There's
wants it,
different notes talking about different people. The Tinkerer wants the Chronotomatron. We have no idea who the Tinkerer is.
Okay.
he's the one that built your friend, you said.
Right, but without that, I don't know. I don't know how to go further into that right now.
The only solid sort of
I just don't know if we go to escort. I don't know like what the plan is. I don't know how we come out of there with that book.
Who says we have to take the book?
What would be the goal then?
Didn't you guys just run away from this place?
Is it a
No,
place of information?
you don't know how bad this gnome is that's there. You don't.
I don't think Vanka. I mean, Vanka will know that we're there. She knew that Olazana was in there on complete full stealth mode. Which I think we did the numbers before she went was pretty ridiculous. Like you were very stealthed up.
But we also have the opportunity, perhaps, to try to intercept more messages from Escor to the other people involved and try to learn what she's up to.
Well, fill me in a little more on Escor, because maybe I'm not understanding what it is. I'm thinking that Escor is a college, right? Like,
It is, yep.
But it's under construction and it's all like trolls and stuff there. It's all hostile.
Do we know how far advanced in construction it is now? We haven't been there in a while.
There was nobody there. There's nobody there but a construction crew. The construction crew had to do with Venka, who was playing the boss, a bunch of half-ogres, and Mr. Penis Noir, a very unsavory gnome.
And wait a minute. Let me tell you, the first thing was, Tick, they had music playing.
Yeah, there's somebody there playing music.
There was music playing, so we're like, oh, let us check out this nice place to rest with music. Nope.
Of uncertainty, I want to be in the warm hold of your loving mind, to feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sun. But I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown veils the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile, and everywhere I look, your eyes I'll find. For me to love you now would be the sweetest things, would make me sing. But I may as well try and catch the wind. Dooey dooey, dooey dooey, dooey dooey, dooey dooey.
So Mangard was a singer. She was going there. Probably they're both there not that long ago. The eagle not being able to find her makes sense if she went inside. I was only able to get in onto the second floor and then came downstairs because I was trying to get into the foreman's space to take what could be taken, but I couldn't reach there.
Well, the eagle probably couldn't find her because the eagle was looking for somebody different.
That too. but we know that there was a singer there. We know that Escort College. We know that Mangard was a singer. So if Venka is the woman who wrote the journal, Mangard was at Escort. They're building it. It wasn't that close to being completed. Presumptively, they're still there. Perhaps if we go there with a different attitude, we'll be able to speak with them.
I don't know if Pinot Noir is going to accept seeing you again.
Why? He didn't know that I was in there.
They did.
I was invisible. He didn't know shit.
He didn't see you jump out that window?
I was invisible.
He didn't catch you in that room?
I was invisible. No, he didn't.
No, she got away.
All right. I don't know.
I was invisible that entire.
They never captured her.
I mean, I think we were. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if me or Olazana should be seen. Was Handuk? You were there?
They don't know I was.
there.
Someone was in there. They don't know it was me.
I personally had the bad experience of having to deal with what's the name of the gnome that I can't stand?
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. But he has another 5 names, and if you don't know all 7 names, then he doesn't
Lord,
like it.
Yeah, he's an antsy
You
guy.
refer to them as Lord, and they like it.
I'm not sure that we left with great terms.
No, we did not.
So,
Walking up there and saying hello, I'm not positive that was going to end terribly.
Well, how about Tick? She hasn't been there yet.
I think Tick would be a phenomenal representative.
And Don. Tick
Don
and
is
Don.
also a phenomenal
We
representative.
could let them go in there, and they can just, they could go in there and figure it out. They could negotiate and at least, be guests, nice guests.
And if there's a way that we could maybe, be nearby in case anything happened, I just don't want to, Pinot Noir is a sensitive guy. He's a sensitive guy. I don't want to, rub him the wrong way by showing some faces that he's not crazy about seeing.
And Mortifer, he was he kind of,
Except for they know that we weren't guards, because we were hired as guards, is what we told them.
Yeah, but then we didn't have our, Vanka dipped out, and it looked like we were lying.
so maybe Escort isn't the place we go now. Maybe I know the other library is a far jaunt, but if there's somebody there to research how to construct the device, maybe there's the information there about what the device is in the first place, so we can figure out maybe why they want to construct something of the sort. The name to me absolutely intrigues my interest because chrono, that just represents time, and tinkerers, I just happen to be a fan of those as well. So
do we think the Tinkerer is in Elscore with like Pinot Noir and all them? Is he?
I have no idea who it is.
it says the note that we have says the last that they heard of the Tinkerer, he was at the ancient library of Calthax.
Oh, of Calthax. Okay.
It's some kind of sea journey.
All right. So 2 different libraries. I see.
Apparently, we have to go to Broadwalk, get a ship, I think, to get to the. If we want to go to the library of Calthrax, we go to the shore, and the best shore is Broadwalk because everything else is just a rocky rugged coast.
I think if yous are open to it, going from Broadwalk to Calthax to Elscore, like doing that loop, might be worth it.
Now, by the time we get to Calthax and back, we have no idea where she's going to be.
Vanka's been there for 3 or 4 sessions now, which was my whole argument in the beginning. And I don't think she's going to be there, but that was literally 3 or 4 sessions ago. So I'm not sure why that argument stands now.
If we
hopefully we'll be stronger. You want to go bash down. All you have is a hammer. Everything's a nail. No, we can't go bashing through again. It worked so horrible the first time. It is a foolish errand. This is me, the human, metagaming, but...
No, it is foolish as Hand Duke. It is totally foolish to return to Escort College and expect a warm welcome.
I agree.
I can tell you that.
I agree.
That is simple. We burned our bridge there, and it wasn't our fault.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back there eventually.
I don't think now is the time. I think seeking the knowledge of why this person who, Velka, who we have deduced has her hands in multiple pots in the moment.
Yes.
I agree.
Her and the network of Wanti spies are involved deeper than what we can see even, right? So if they're mentioning this particular device and they have access to a book that gives them information on how to get to other devices, they need this for something. So we need to figure out what it is and why they need it before we go and do anything else. And Broadwalk was mentioned to us by Mr. Loggerman Feller, so it can't hurt to swing through there on the way anyway before we even try to get back to Escort.
Yeah. So are we open to Broadwalk, Calthax, and then we'll figure out where to go from there?
I say yes.
I vote yes.
Yes, I say yes.
I vote no.
Tick.
I vote yes.
All right. Alizana, we appreciate
Which
your
direction would you like to go to get the Broadwalk from Esmeralda? Would you like to go the northern route through the mountains? There is a pass. Or would you like to go west to Matria and follow that road from Matria to Broadwalk?
I'm just going to say the mountain pass just sounds ill-advised. It sounds like something terrible could happen, and going by Matria might not hurt. Maybe.
We don't necessarily need to stop in Matria. I do believe it's probably the safest way because they don't quite know Handuk has severed his ties with them. So his robes will be helpful if we run into any impasses on the way through there.
I mean, it's not as if Matria has some vicious border patrol that is waiting for travelers to tower tolls or anything. Nobody really wants to go to Matria very much.
Well, we don't need to go in. We just need the road from.
Yes. Well,
Yeah, and there might, maybe there's a maybe nothing crazy will happen on that road, but perhaps something.
Well, sometimes there's brigands on those roads because the poor Matrians are so vulnerable.
Yeah.
So vulnerable. Half a day from Matria through the forest. You will do a passive insight check, and something in your spider sense, Barabash, tells you something. Do a check.
Insight?
Investigation.
Okay. Give me a second. I've rolled a 21.
Okay. You hear it. You hear it very low. You hear vengeance. 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 That's what you hear.
All right, I'm going to stop and tell the party that there's one of two possibilities. There's another Cobra commander, or we're being hunted by Vankin.
Or
Okay. When he tells me that, I would like to use my primeval awareness to sense whether there are any aberrations within 6 miles of us.
Okay. Aberration. What would qualify as an aberration?
Yuan-ti are aberrations.
What's that?
Yuan-ti.
Oh no, no, it's not a Wanti. No.
Does it sound like the Bullywogs?
Definitely.
I don't believe it sounds like the Bullywogs.
Does
anybody want vengeance on us?
You've left them behind. Go ahead.
I'm going to use an action to try to sense any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of us that is not behind total cover.
Undead. There's
undead.
Three undead.
Oof.
All right, this is
roll initiative.
All right.
This is reverence.
All right.
I think we have our answer as to why the gnomes came back from the dead.
I got 12.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 6.
Lizana.
I got a 16. I've been writing in the private chat as people say them.
16, Tick.
Nat 20 for 22.
Tick, you're up.
All right, so they're not visible. We just hear them, right?
Well,
They don't have total cover, so if you look-
Caballero has pointed them out, and now that he has, you can see them. They're 60 feet away. The forest is dense. Line of sights are hard, but they're undead. They're not super stealthy.
Okay. So
I just want to yell out to the party: be mindful of what is controlling the undead.
yeah, so I guess my first instinct is going to be to slow the battlefield down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cast slow in that 40-foot cube around where they are, away from us. So that will half their movement, -2 to AC and dexterity saving throws, no reactions, only one action per turn. And that will be EOT for me.
Awesome. Olazana.
So what are they?
They're undead.
Just like zombies? Like, what do they look like? Are they the gnomes, or what are they?
Fantastic question.
They're actually just normal matrions that you think are undead.
So much suffering.
Interesting.
They might be.
Okay, so I don't know that much about undead. So I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, Hunter's Mark on one of them. And then I'm going to shoot it twice with my longbow.
They look like this too.
There are 3 of them.
Yep, so I'm going to cast one of them on one of them.
These aren't death knights.
So now I can see this dude with my, and I'm going to shoot him. My first shot is a 15. My second one is a 12.
Armor class 13.
Okay, so the first one does D8 plus. So the first one does, so this does a total of 12 damage.
Is that 13 with penalty of -2?
I'm sorry, was that a question for me?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
sir.
an armor class 13.
All right, so that's my turn.
Okay. How much damage did you do?
How far?
Total of 12.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out who is breathing through their nose into their mic. 12. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
How far away?
8 piercing and 4 typeless.
Okay, great. Caballero,
How far away?
60 feet.
All right, I'm going to move up 30 feet, and then I'm going to chuck 2 javelins at them. I got a miss and a hit
Okay.
for 8 points of damage.
Got it. Same one or a different one?
Same one.
Okay.
Are we all at range still?
Yeah, we're all 60 feet away.
I'm sorry, what was that?
We're all 60 feet away except for our 2 friends.
Me, I moved up.
Gui who moved forward.
Bear Bash.
Okay. And how far forward did you move up, Don?
30 feet.
Okay.
Bear Bash.
Oh, and as my bonus action, I pull my sword.
Okay.
Now I have a thunder wave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Close to you for that.
They got to be close to me. That's what I was going to ask. The range.
And it will
doesn't say.
also affect your party mates.
Yeah.
All right. I got you. So I'm going to cast in that case.
Please go on mute when you're not talking.
So I'm going to cast Bear's Endurance on Olazana, and that gives them advantage on Constitution checks, and it also gains 2d6 temporary hit points. So I roll that, right? Not them.
Yeah.
So you gain an extra 7 hit points. And that's my turn.
Excellent. Handuk.
What do I smell there? Undeath? Okay, I'm going to evaluate these creatures. What are they? I'm going to make an insight roll.
Okay.
With my great insight. 12.
They are powerful undead. 12 doesn't quite give you the keys to the kingdom, but one of your party mates may have called it out earlier.
Okay.
Vanka's nearby.
All right, just for that.
Yeah, that's not true.
Never mind. Take it back.
Their
You have much bigger problems.
their reverence. They
Revenant?
seek revenge. That's all I know.
Shit.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Bam. And that'll do it. I'm just going to stand my ground next to Tick. I'm going to actually stand in front of Tick in case there's any fooling around. I am there to protect her.
Okay. They move ahead 20 feet. Then they reach the area of slow, and they only advance another 5 feet into that space. So they are now, Giles, they are 5 feet from you. They are 35 feet from everyone else. I think Giles, I'm sorry, Caballero, I think you were the only one who advanced. Top of the order. Tick.
So I am going to cast Bastion of Law on Don Caballero since he is up front. What that's going to do, Don, is it's going to give a magical ward around you, lasting until finish a long rest. The ward is represented by a number of d8s equal to the sorcery points, which it'll be just 1. When warded, when you take damage, you can spend that d8 to lessen the amount of damage that you take. So you have a bonus d8 to take off any damage from that. And that will be action for me.
Awesome. Olazana.
I am going to move up in front of Handuk and then shoot the same one twice. First one is a 14. Second one is a 16. So it does 14. First one does 15 damage. And the second one does 11. 13 damage.
Okay. Caballero. Venganza.
No, that's Dave Venganza. I am
Dave
Venganza. All right, boys and girls. I'm going to channel my divinity, and I'm going to abjure this enemy. So be prepared to throw spells at it. As an action, I may choose one creature. Okay. I'm going to do the hurt creature. And fiends or undead have disadvantage on saving throw. So make a wisdom saving throw of 13 with disadvantage, Mr. World.
Okay.
Actually, not the injured one. I'm going to take an uninjured one.
What type of save is that?
Wisdom 13, disadvantage.
Yeah. Saves.
He saves?
Yeah, they have good.
All right.
They're +3 wisdom.
All right, there goes my channel divinity. And then I'm going to move back to the group.
Okay. Bear Bash.
Are any of the undead further advanced than the other, or are they all within like a 20-foot range?
Yeah. They're all close to each other, 35 feet away from you.
Okay. And they haven't reached Dom yet, correct? They're in front of Dom?
No. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
back to you.
You're back to me. Okay. I'm going to cast Entangle on, it's a 20-foot radius on all three of them. And just to tell you what that is, a creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends, and it lasts 1 minute.
Okay, good. What's your spell DC?
Is that wisdom?
Nope. What's your spell DC?
It's on the top of your spells tab, Barabash.
14. Save DC 14.
And that's wisdom, right? No, strength. Sorry.
It is a strength save for them, yeah.
All three saved.
Alrighty then.
All right. Handuk.
Evil creatures. I tell you this. You shall not pass. You understand me, evil creature? You get any closer. How close are they?
35 feet.
All right, I'm just going to hold my ground.
Okay.
I'm holding my ground. I'm actually deferring.
Okay. All right.
I'm deferring to just before they move.
Yep. Well, they're moving. So
that's their move.
They are able to advance 15 feet this round because they are slowed. So they are now 20 feet from all of you.
Yeah, I'm going to save my juice.
Okay. Tick.
Okay. Now that they are advancing on us. I think I will also hold action until they actually attack.
Olazana.
The undead need to burn. It's how you destroy their corpses.
Olazana.
Am I muted? No.
Nope. Your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to just tell the team that we need to be sure to burn these corpses. And then I don't have any fire without people hitting me with fire, so I'm going to shoot the same one again.
Okay.
11 misses. The 21 hits. I do 8 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to tell people to keep backing away.
Caballero de Venganza. I'm going to have fun saying that.
Hey, don't move
Just
in
say
yet.
Don.
Don't
Don.
move in yet, Don.
It's
Don't
Don.
move in yet.
Don is no fun. Don is no fun. Caballero de Venganza is fun.
It sounds fun when Jay says it. I agree.
I guess I'm going to use my bonus. Fuck, I already got my sword out. I'm going to hold off until they get close.
Bear Bash.
Hold.
So they were 35 feet my last turn. How far are they
They're
now?
20 feet.
They're at 20 feet now.
Yep, they're moving 15 feet per turn based on being slowed.
All right, I'm going to step up 5 feet to be within 15 feet, and I'm going to step just in front of my companion so they're not hit with it, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave goes in all directions from you.
Sweeps out from you. Huh, alrighty then. Never
I
mind.
thought Thunder Waves shot out from the front.
No, it's all directions. Pretty sure.
It's automatically pushed 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, let's look at it, man. Because
I
I
think it
know
goes
that
every direction.
I think it shoots out from you.
It doesn't. It's hard to really
No, it's
kind
a
of tell.
15-foot cube originating from you.
Is there any fire around me?
Okay, never mind.
Yes, but there can be.
Yeah, you can produce flame, Druid.
There is
No,
no,
I can control flames. I cannot produce flames.
You have a cantrip that's produced flame.
Yeah, well, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that ready. Yeah. I always thought the control flames was pretty lame for that reason. Maybe I should have read into that more.
You always have.
Yeah, you can't switch your cantrips around.
The only cantrip I have is Shillilag, Droidcraft, and Control Flames, but that needs to be a flame that already exists.
Shillelagh.
Listen, guys, come on.
I mean, come on.
Scimitar and
pronounce-
Shillilag. That's what's going to happen here.
We don't know how to pronounce
best.
Celtic words. Come on.
All right. We got anything else?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Nah, I got nothing. I'm gonna
All right. The Revenants.
Let them come.
Handuk.
let them come.
20 feet.
20 feet. I'm going to cast a buff on Don Cavaliero. Get
All
ready,
right.
Don.
It's great. Awesome.
Get ready, Donnie. The Star God will bless you and protect you from evil.
Can I just position myself
And I put my
behind
hands upon you and make a star symbol. It's actually an X symbol with my arms. And I'm like, protect you from this in the name of the Star Father. All right. There you go. Protection from good and evil. Undead. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. So you basically they get disadvantage on you. Don.
Excellent.
Don.
Okay.
That's my concentration spell.
Okay.
All right, next. Oh, and I stand in front of Tick with my +2 shield up.
Yep. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Tick, Handuk, Don, all make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. You see each one of them locks eyes with one of you and gives you a vengeful glare. Make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Is
Now
that
remember, being within 10 feet of me gives you a +2.
I have 2 questions. Is that a spell?
No.
Okay.
I got a 9.
I save.
Okay. Tick.
I have an 8.
Okay. Tick and
I got
Handuk.
16.
Tick and Handuk, you are paralyzed until a revenant deals damage to you or the end of its next turn. When the paralysis ends, you will be frightened of the revenant for 1 minute. You will be able to repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn with disadvantage if you can see the revenant. All right. 2 paralyzed. So that is Tick. You are paralyzed until the end of its next turn. Olazana, you are up. Oh, and they move ahead 15 feet. They're now essentially within melee distance. They're 5 feet from you. So
does that mean I lose concentration on the buff spell that I cast on Don Caballero?
that's a great question. While Olazana makes her moves, I will look that up. It's a good question.
I'm going to Misty Step away from them. Just to back up to the side. And then shoot the same one again.
So per D&D Reddit, the answer is yes, Handuk. Any incapacitating effect will break concentration.
So I did 18 damage to that same one.
Okay.
After Misty stepping away from them.
All right. Don, Guy, Caballero de Venganza.
All right, Olazana, was that a concentration spell also?
Can I just take a second?
Nobody's hit me with anything.
Can I appreciate all of the complaining about the gnome with the 5 names by a guy with 5 names?
Yeah. All I want to be is Don Caballero.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's my full name.
I don't have any I haven't taken a hit yet.
Tick, is that a concentration spell you cast on me?
No, it is not.
How about slow?
All right.
Is slow concentration?
I believe. Let me double check that. It is a concentration.
Okay, the slow effect is ended.
All right, the hurt one.
Yes.
I'm going to attack him with a 16. Is that a hit?
That's a hit.
All right, I'm going to say blue steel and smite him. $17 points of damage.
Is that a
question?
question?
Is he still up?
Are you still
no,
up?
I'm saying
He's
it's
hurt.
17. Actually, it's
He's hurt, but up.
It was 10 points of radiant at that.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
It was 7 points of slashing, 10 points of radiant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to...
Not a vulnerability, oddly. But go on.
All right.
Should be.
Then another hit. for another 8 points of slashing.
Slashing.
Sorry, 7 points of slashing.
Slashing. Bear Bash.
So
Bear Bash, Buttersby.
reporting for duty. Are there still 5 feet of space between us and the undead?
Technically, yes, but you're effectively in hand-to-hand.
All right, that's fine. Other question: Are the 3 undead like side by side?
Yes, generally.
Okay, so I'm going to cast directly in that 5 foot, space that we have between us and them. I'm going to cast 2nd level Moonbeam, and that it lasts for a minute when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time. So assumingly on their next attack, hopefully, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. If it fails, it takes 2d10 radiant damage when they enter it for the first time.
Yep, got it. Okay, well they're in it now, right?
Yeah.
No, I casted it between us. So like when they're unless it covers them, and if they can still take the damage, that's fine.
5 foot radius. Yeah, you can only 5 foot radius. Yeah, you could hit if you hit the middle one. Is that what you said?
Well, I was going to put it between us so that when I was going to put it between us so all 3 of them, when they stepped up to attack, they would each take the damage.
No. If you put it on the middle one, you'd get all 3 right now.
All right, we'll do that then.
Okay. So they're going to make saves. What kind of save?
It's a Constitution save.
Constitution and DC spell save is 14.
That's right.
Okay, let me check their Constitution. Constitution +4. 1 save. 2 saves. 1 failure. What happens to the failure?
2d10 flame damage.
All right, let's hear it. Sounds juicy.
Radiant damage from.
Wait, it's radiant, not flame, right?
It says ghostly flames. I don't know. It says radiant, yeah. But I got 16.
Radiant. It matters here.
All right, 16 damage.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. Handuk, you are paralyzed till the end of their next turn. The Revenants move in. They are no longer slowed. They have a vengeful glare for the 3 of you, so they're going to attack the 3 of you. So first, the first one, which is the most hurt, will attack Don, Guy, Caballero, de Venganza. I'm going to call you Guy now because you don't know if you're French or Spanish. And that's going to be 2 misses. 2 misses, and you can make your save. Oh wait, no. You were not. So now he's going to give you a vengeful glare. Make your DC 15 Wisdom save.
And I fail.
Okay, you are paralyzed till the end of its next turn. Next, Handuk. You will take Revenant B will attack you. What's your arm class? Handuk, armor class?
17. Pardon me. I was flicking
Okay,
it out. Yep, 17.
Okay, that is 1.
Oh, pardon me. No. Because my spell would have dropped. That would be the Shield of Faith, which would add 2. So yeah, I'm at a 17.
17. Okay, so it's 1 hit. You're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage from its fist, but it has sworn vengeance against you, so you take an extra 14 points.
How many points? 11 to start with.
Yep.
11 and then 14 more?
Yep, 25 total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
he followed through.
12, 13, 14. Bernard Hopkins on me here.
Yep. Okay. He got you with the fist. Okay. Next. Tick. Revenant C has sworn vengeance on you. Despite the fact that it took moonbeam damage, it has you in its sights. Okay, what's your armor class?
15.
Okay, that's one hit. And you are paralyzed, so it is not going to try to grapple you. Same thing, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, but with the follow through because it is so particularly angry at you in particular, especially since you slowed it. It's tough enough to be undead, much less being reminded by being slowed. So an extra 14 points of bludgeoning damage, 25 total. And you may now save to become non-paralyzed. Handuk, you may save as well.
I heard that. I'm going to try to. I'm sorry, Mr. World. What is the saving throw?
That is a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. You think I'd have an easy time at that since I have a +8?
Should be in your wheelhouse.
Ah! 12.
18.
Okay, Tick, you are back
12 for you.
mobile. You are under attack.
Remember, you get a
Okay.
Yeah, when you're near Giles.
Tick, you are free. You are free.
And it is my turn now, right? Top of the order?
Yep, top of the order.
All right. So I am expressly irritated at this attack from the undead. So I am going to hit the one that attacked me with a firebolt.
Okay, you're in hand-to-hand combat. You will take an attack of opportunity.
Well, if I move back, I'm still taking an attack. I really don't have. I've got fire. They're high wisdom. Yeah, I'm very much useless in this 5 feet melee range. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cast Aid. That's going to give temporary hit points to everyone or 3 people around me. So
it punches at you and misses.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we are at Olazana.
Okay. I am going to put my bow away and move forward while drawing my swords and attack the same one that I've been attacking.
Mm-hmm.
The first scimitar attack is a 22 to hit. Second is a 21 to hit. And then the bonus attack from the short sword is an 18 to hit. So they all 3 hit. We do 10 plus 3.
Area 1.
Plus 3 is, plus 6 is 16 damage from the first one. And the second one does 9, 10. So it's 16, 10, and then 12 damage.
Dead. Dead. Okay. Don Guy Caballero de Venganza. You are paralyzed, correct?
I'm paralyzed.
Okay. Bearbash Buttersby.
Tick took a good lick of damage there, right?
Yep.
I'm going to cast.
No.
Paralyzed. Go ahead, Barabash.
Yeah, I'm going to heal her.
Okay.
Let me just read it real quick. 1d4 plus your spell casting modifier. So that's I'll case it as a third level. That's 13 hit points. Do I add my 14 to the 13?
I haven't. No, you don't. No.
Okay, 13 then.
Okay. Right. Handuk, you are paralyzed, correct?
That is correct. I failed my save somehow, even though I need like a 5 to make it.
Okay. All right. Revenant B is going to.
But Jay, Mr. World, I get to make my save at this point, I think.
At the end of its turn.
Oh, its turn. Okay, pardon me.
The end of its turn. Okay, Revenant B is attacking you. He's got an axe to grind. Well, not a literal axe, although it would come in handy being in the woods. 2 hits. So that is going to be a lot of damage. That's
50 damage?
50 damage.
To Handuk?
Yep. You're down. Handuk is down.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down.
Handuk!
No!
By massive... Just as I saw the light of the star god.
You're not dead. You're down.
We can't lose him.
I'm applying 50 points to my character here.
No, you go to
All
0.
right, there it is.
You go
50 points. Take that, Handuk.
You go to 0.
Yeah, I just went to 0.
Revenant Z. Revenant C of World War Z fame. Revenant C attacks Tick. That's 1 hit. So that will be yeah. Okay. That will be 25 points. All right. So yep. Okay. That's the end. Tick, your turn.
Do I get to save?
Is Tick still standing? Yes. Actually, no. You're free because your revenant is dead, so you are free. Tick.
I am still standing.
Wow. Okay. Tough.
Very, very tough. I don't know. I'm kind of in a bind because I take attack of opportunity if I move, and they whacked me for my last spell. So
You could defer and have someone else engage it, potentially allowing you to disengage.
Yeah, you can just take the disengage action and back away. I'm in melee with them all now, so.
is Don standing right next to me, or is like on the ground next to me, right?
Don is up. Don's up.
Paralyzed. I mean, Handuk. He's right in front of me.
Handuk is down. Yes, in front of you. Yes.
Okay, paralyzed.
No, down.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna defer.
Okay.
Tick, disengage and then just walk away.
I don't know.
They can't reach you. I'm right there. Okay, as my bonus action, I'm going to transfer my Hunter's Mark to the one next to Tick.
Okay, Revenant B.
And then I'm going to attack it twice with the scimitar.
Oh, the one that's Revenant C of World War Z fame.
Okay. I get a 21 and an 18 to hit for those 2 attacks.
Okay.
The first one did 16 damage. The second one did 8 damage.
Okay. Don Guy Caballero de Venganza.
All right. I will also attack the one on Tick. My first attack, 12, 7, 19. That's a hit. And I say, blue steel. And I hit him with a bigger smite. So he takes 10 points of slashing damage, but 9 points of radiant damage. And then I'm going to... Is he still up?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
All
For
right,
sure.
I'm going to hit him again. 18 plus, 25. That's a definite hit. Another 8 points of damage. Slashing.
Okay. Barabash Buttersby.
Yeah, we're gonna do a 3rd level cure wounds.
I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Pardon me. I just don't want to miss my chance for a save at the end of their turn.
You,
You're after me, right?
No. You go after Barabash.
No, you said I don't get a save until the end of their turn.
Hold on. You're down. You're no longer paralyzed. You're down.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to your death save. Barabash.
All right.
Third level cure wounds on Tick.
On Tick.
That's 17.
On Tick.
Yeah.
On Tick.
Well, will I make her get hit if I do it?
No.
You might want to do the cleric because clerics are particularly good against.
Oh, I thought I had to I can just heal him.
Yep.
All right, I'll do that then. 17 to hand Duke. I was under the assumption I had to have a resurrection spell or something.
No, he's not dead. He's just dead.
So I'll heal Hand Duke for 17, and then Hand Duke, take it away.
Handu back in the battle. In the thick of it, though.
I raise up and I say, in the name of the Star God, in the name of life and magic of magical synthesis of plants and animals, destroy you. And I use my channel divinity, which I have not used, to turn undead. I raise up my fingers in the shape of a star. And every undead who can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, which my DC is 15.
Both revenants look at you and smile.
What's their CR?
They are immune from turning.
What?
Yep.
Of course they are.
Tough. Revenant B looks at you, smiles, and gives you the old vengeful glare. Make a DC Wisdom saving throw.
Hold on, before he does that, I still have one more little move.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay, I'm going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action on myself before he gets to get me.
Okay.
Oh, God. And I get 5 hit points. That's it. That's not even enough to save me from his attack. Okay.
Right. Make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
16.
Okay. You're good. Now he's going to attack you with his fists of fury and fiery vengeance. Oh, you're down. Natural 20.
Okay.
Back down. Crumples.
Hand Duke.
Crumples to the ground. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
That's what Mike Tyson said.
That's also what Revenant B said. Okay. Revenant C looks at Olazana with a vengeful glare, hatred in its eyes, vengeance in its eyes, and it will give you that vengeful glare. DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed.
I got a 22.
22, you save, and now it attacks you. Oh, one hit. Okay, 25 points of bludgeoning damage. All right. Top of the order, Tick. It is actively engaged. Revenant C is actively engaged with Olazana. It has turned its back to you. You will be able to disengage without an attack of opportunity.
Thank the lords of time above, as I do exactly that.
Okay.
I'm going to do my whole 30 feet.
Yep.
Shoot. And that is my disengages an entire action for me. So.
Okay. Olazana.
I'm figuring out what a concentration check is. I forget the rules for them.
I think it's just a. Isn't it like a
20 of some sort, but I don't remember what I add to it.
I don't know that you add it. I think it's like a detriment.
It's just a flat. It's a
No, it's half the damage that you've taken. That's the roll. If you take 20 points, it's a 10-point check. If you take 40 points, it's a 20-point
All right,
check.
so I met it, so I beat it. So Hunter's Mark is still up on this dude. And I'm going to attack him with the scimitar.
I'll look it up right now while we're doing this.
I got it. You're right. You had it exactly right.
21 hits, and then the short sword also hits. The one hit does 11, 12, 13, and then the second one does 6.
Okay. Don, Guy, Caballero, de Venganza.
All right, I'm going to attack C again with another blue steel smite attack. Well, not necessarily, but the first one's a miss. Second one's a hit. So I do 7 points of slashing and 12 points of radiant.
Okay. Looking hurt. He's got murder in his eyes. Like a doll's eyes. Name that movie. Bearbash Buttersby.
All right. I had to step away for a moment. What happened over those last 2 turns, or is there still 2 left?
2 left. Yep.
All right. Tick, how much health do you have?
very, very little, but Handuk is down again.
Handuk is down again. Yep. All right, Handuk, this time. Let's do it right. Cure wounds on Handuk for 13. Now let's he's going to get up and I'm going to say, let's heal Tick.
Okay. Good job.
13.
Revenant B looks at Bearbash.
I'm going to say, don't look at me, man.
Oh yeah. And he says something amazingly. He says something. And it's in common, a language he knew in life. And he looks at you dead in the eyes and he says, "And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes. And they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall lay my vengeance upon them." Vengeful Glare, DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. And name that movie.
Can I just click on Wisdom?
The wisdom saving throw button, yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
All right, I want to assume that that's just wisdom.
It's not. You have there's a saving throw tab if you're on
Yeah. I see it now. All right, I rolled a 9. I do not know the movie. It's double whammy.
Yep, tough. Okay, you're paralyzed. And he's going to make 2 fist attacks.
Rude.
Oh, okay, only 1 hit. 25 points of damage. Revenant C, Olazana, you are not paralyzed, correct?
Correct.
Okay, it is going to attack you twice with hate in its eyes. 1 hit. So 25 points.
Hunter's Mark stays up again.
Okay. Tick.
So we have a couple downs. Handuk is back up, right?
Right.
Yes,
Tick is back up. Yep.
I am back.
But you're all still fairly close, but I am at distance, so
I am right there and I'm fucked up. I got 9 hit points left.
Yeah, don't do any like fireballs over here.
no fireball, just firebolt. 22 to hit.
Which one? The hurt one or Revenant B?
The hurt one.
Okay. That's a
4.
hit. Is it going to save?
For
No, it's
fireball?
spell attack.
No, it's a spell attack. It's a 13 fire damage.
Okay, something about it doesn't seem to fully impact. It has an effect, but you wonder if maybe it is half damage because of the very wet, rainforesty, unnatural environment you are in. Olazana.
Okay. I'm going to attack this guy again. I'm going to miss with my 2 scimitar attacks. I then get a natural 20 with my short sword attack.
Okay.
And do 19 damage to it.
19
Yep.
total?
Yep.
Very hurt. Don, Guy, Caballero, Dave, and Gonza.
All right, I'm going to hit the hurt one, the very hurt one, C. That would be 11. I guess that's a miss.
That's a miss.
And 2 misses. Yay.
Tough. Bearbash Buttersby.
Are Olazana and Tick within 5 feet of each other?
No.
Nope. Tick has moved well out of combat.
Okay. And you're still in combat, correct, Olazana?
Yep.
It's in combat with something that is very hurt.
Yeah, just one of them is very hurt, right?
The one engaged with Olazana is very hurt.
All right, I want to walk up to it and Shillilag it, and I get a bonus action with that.
Shillilag it. Let's do it.
So 2 hit.
Okay.
We're going. It's a 7.
All right.
Is that a miss?
That's a miss.
All righty. So then, with the bonus action, we'll go second level. Well, yeah, we'll do second level cure wounds. So cure wounds, that's going to heal you for 11 health points.
All right, you're going to take an attack of opportunity of 11 points.
All right.
It doesn't. Revenant C does not have a burning hate in its eyes for you. Otherwise, you would have taken 25.
That's very gentle of you.
But he pops you.
You know, a little love tap don't hurt.
A stick jab. Okay. That happened because you walked in first and then cast. If you had cast, then walked in, different story.
Yeah, fair enough.
Handuk.
And now I'm standing proudly before these malicious, vengeful undead. And I know what I must do. I'm in hand-to-hand?
Yeah, you are, yes.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast a spell, but I think if I'm hand-to-hand, they get to take a little snatch at it.
Yep. So Revenant B.
They can interrupt my spell, essentially, right?
Yeah, he does. He does. Revenant B wallops you. Now, here's the thing. Revenant B had turned its heavy, loathsome, vengeful eye towards Barabash last turn instead of you. He'd been hating you. So when he attacks you now, he hits you, but you only take 11 points of damage because he's not...
But does that interrupt my spell?
You can roll... I think you can roll against that interrupt.
Casting spells in the rulebook doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's... I thought that.
Well, for tonight it will, and we'll fix it later.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to cast Healing Word. So everybody around me... No. I'm going to do the Prayer of Healing. And then 6 creatures of my choice within my range, which is 30 feet, which is basically my entire party. They get the healing. Unless... Okay, what's the save?
What save?
What's the save? You're saying they could interrupt my spell?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, so in that case, everybody gets 3d8 plus 4. 19, including old Handu.
Okay.
And wait, hold on a sec.
All right.
And then I'm just adding on another thing because I'm the Cleric of Life, that they get an extra 5 points there.
Excellent.
Because it's the level of the spell plus 2.
Yep.
So that's 25, or pardon me, 24.
Nice.
And you said he did 11 points to me?
Yep.
So then 11, 19, 24. Okay.
All right. Revenant B just despises Barabash Buttersby. You've never felt a hatred this strong, Barabash. You grew up in the forest. You've been in battles. You've seen people die, but you've never felt someone hate you at this level. He rolled 2 attacks. First one was a natural 20. The second one was a fumble. But they do happen back to back. So you are going to take 16 and 24, 40 points of bludgeoning damage.
As I go down, I'm going to look at this monstrosity in the eye and tell him that the final vengeance will be mine.
All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me look up one. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Good. Revenant C, holding on for dear life, dear unlife, dear afterlife. Attacks Olazana. 17 does not hit. Correct.
It does hit.
It does hit. Okay. You take. And it had its eyes locked on you.
No.
true statement? No. Okay. So you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and it is going to glare at you. Make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. You are paralyzed. Tick, you're up.
Okay. I am still at a distance here.
Yep.
So, no fireball. Magic missile it is. I'm just going to cast it at first level at the one that's damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 darts, dealing 4 damage each for a total of
Dead. Dead. Okay.
and that will be EOT.
All right. We have Olazana.
And I'm no longer paralyzed because he's dead, right?
That's exactly right.
All right. I'm going to move my hunter's mark to the remaining one, and as my bonus action, then move away and shoot it with my longbow as my actions. 18 hits and 28 hits. The first one does 22 damage, and the second one does 13 damage.
Says, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Don Guy Caballero de Venganza, is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna roll up to B, and I'm gonna peck him with my longsword. I hit, and I smite him. So he takes 7 points of damage, normal slashing, and then another 10 points of radiant. And then I'm going to attack him again. Ooh, almost 19. For another 12 points of damage.
You're a paladin. Do you get criticals on 19s?
No, that's
No, that's
champions.
that's only champions.
All right. Bearbash Buttersby is down, correct?
That's right. What do I do to
Make your death save. So roll a d20. You need to get a 10 or above.
All right. 13.
All right. That's 1. You need to make 3 before you go below it for 3.
All right, one down.
And Duke.
Henduk killed him.
Great
He
job.
needs to be up. Right? Henduk did his...
All right, I'm going to go back to the. I just continue praying to the God of the stars to just heal my companions, heal them, and their very physical flesh.
Okay.
For 26 points, even bringing back the people who are laying upon the ground. Wow.
It's dramatic.
Wow. All right, that's my third level slot there.
Okay.
All right, and myself is actually healed to full hit points at this point. Everybody got 20. What did I say? 20 something.
You did 24 last turn and 26 this turn.
Nice.
Okay.
There you go.
Revenant B looks at you, remembers you, thought he had dispatched you,
Yep.
and locks his vengeful glare back on you. And he
I'm the one you
repeats,
want.
He repeats, and I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall lay my vengeance upon them.
Even Samuel Jackson could not beat me.
DC 15 wisdom saving throw will be paralyzed.
17, Samuel Jackson.
Okay, now he attacks you with his very fists. What's your armor class?
17.
Okay, one hit. 25 points.
God, 25. Jeez.
Yep.
All right. At least my armor
Unholy.
class isn't 13 anymore.
Yeah, his name is Unholy Moly. Tick, is your turn.
And this thing's looking pretty messed up, right?
It's. I mean, it knows it's in a fight.
It knows it's in a fight. Okay. So I'm gonna magic missile him again.
No, this is a different one. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna magic missile this guy.
Okay.
So 3, 9 damage.
Well, Lizana,
I'm going to shoot this guy again. They both hit. The first one is 25.
25 points of damage.
Yeah, and then the second one is 12.
Don Guy Caballero de Venganza.
All right. So I'm going to whisper Magnum. Load up a cast with a bonus action Thunderous Smite, my last first level spell, and attack. 13, is that hit?
That is a hit.
All right. So I do 8 points of slashing damage. And then I do 7 points of thunder damage. And then, hold on 1 second. You're going to need to make a save.
What
A
kind
loud boom goes off. Strength save, DC 13.
Saves?
All right. So he doesn't get pushed, and he doesn't get knocked prone.
Okay. Very hurt.
My second hit hits, doing 10 points of damage.
He's very hurt. He looks around at his two buddies and he says, "I'm coming to join you. Coming to join you, AC. Coming to join you." Marabash, your turn.
All right. I'm going to say the final vengeance is mine. And I want to hit him with the good old classic finisher, the Shillilag.
That's great.
And we rolled a 15 to hit. Did I hit?
Yes, it's a hit.
Oh, man, this guy is going down. I'm winding up.
He's dead.
I'm going to give him a little wink as I follow through. And we hit him for 10 damage.
You see him, he's about to say, and he says it with his eyes, how much he hates you.
I'm going to say, good motherfucker, I hate you too.
All right.
Death by Shillilag.
Shillilag.
All right. Those things reminded me of my dead wife, Laura.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
That's dark.
That is dark. That's the darkest thing I've heard.
All right.
Hold on.
Handu.
Okay, it's mine. They're all gone.
They're gone.
Okay, really quickly before Barabash like beats the life out of this thing, I can't speak with the dead. It's my last 3rd level spell.
Okay.
I'm like, oh God, you know, the Star God, he'll take you. The Star God, it doesn't matter what you did. The Star God's beyond everything. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what you did. The Star God, he can fix everything. Yeah. That's what I say to him.
Okay.
And I can't speak with dead, just to say that to him.
Yep. And it's gonna talk back to you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
And it's gonna say, where is it? It's gonna say, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter how far you run. It doesn't matter what you become. I'm coming back for you. And I will find you. And when I find you, I will wait until the worst possible time.
All right, shill a lag to the face. Shut this guy up. We're done listening to him.
Okay. I hate to say this, but since we have
Gosh, what have you done?
a level cleric here, he knows this. He knows this. Revenants are vengeful trackers. The revenant knows the distance and direction of any creature which it seeks revenge, even if the creature and the revenant are on different planes of existence. If the creature being attracted by the revenant dies, the revenant knows.
Only if we die.
You die. You're apparently pissed.
Always be
Yeah.
able to find you. So, Handuk, you will be vengefully tracked. Barabash, you will be vengefully tracked. And who else killed one?
I killed one.
All right, Olazani, you will be vengefully
I
tracked.
killed 2.
Well, those are the 3 that are 2 healers. They hate healers, obviously, because they're undead. And the one that killed one.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
So here's the thing with them, and there's really just no getting around it. 24 hours from now, their soul will come back into the body, and it will reanimate and begin to track you again.
And we can't like burn it. We can't like burn it or anything.
No.
So here's what it says. When the revenant's body is destroyed, its soul lingers. Oh, wait, yeah, you can destroy the body, but here's the thing. After 24 hours, the soul will inhabit and animate another humanoid corpse on the same plane of existence and regain all of its hit points. While the soul is bodiless, a wish spell can be used to force the soul to go to the afterlife and not return.
I don't got a
So-
wish spell.
It's tough. It is,
There was a character I used to have that had a wish spell, but he
Well, wish spell at level 6 is a level.
yeah, you're not going to have a wish spell. So,
Is it better off? All right, so let's do this. Do we want to risk this body being reanimated and being on our tail, or should we burn it and the random body that it reanimates hopefully will be further away maybe?
we should burn it.
I say burn it.
Burn it.
We could use the burn.
it's very hard to burn anything here in these
That's right, the woods.
fetid. This
Yeah, I just
What if we dig a
We
hole?
have a druid who is perfectly capable of keeping this from turning into a wildfire, right? Because he can control the fire.
I
we're
can
not.
control the flames. That's right.
Yeah.
Does anybody not remember? The fire-resistant forest that we've spent a bunch of time in, clearly testing fire spells that absolutely don't work.
We're at Matria. Right?
Exactly.
We're out of the forest.
no, you're half a day from
Well,
Matria.
we can try to burn it, and then Baravash will keep it from getting out of control.
Apparently, in this area,
Why don't we
there is
tie
a
'em
fire
up?
resistance to the area.
Yeah, let's tie him up. Let's tie
Why
him up.
don't tie him up and take him with us?
Oh, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say tie him to a tree or something.
All right. On that
Ah,
note,
let's tie him up.
we're gonna Close
We'll
it.
talk about it. We'll talk about it.
All right. Good job.